know I got the receipts, girl. You know I got the receipts. Welcome back to the Sweet Pea Diaries. It's your girl, Sweet Pea, and I am back with another video. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back to my channel. And if you are a new subscriber, welcome to the Sweet Pea Diaries. Be sure to like this video, share this video, but most importantly, be sure to subscribe to the channel. All right, guys, we are back for round two. This is part two of our video coverage of the trial between Tasha K and Cardi B, the verdict. We just did a previous video where we, said that Tasha K lost her lawsuit and Cardi B won on all counts. We were waiting for the official documents, the court transcripts, to be entered into the docket, and we have those. All right, so it appears that this is the actual transcript, jury verdict form. It says, closing arguments, jurors were charged and began their deliberations. When that means jurors were charged, that means that they were given their charges and what they needed to deliberate over. Jury returned a verdict finding the defendant liable in the amount of $1.25 million. The verdict was published and the jury was polled, and there was no objections. So none of the jurors objected to this verdict. The court will resume tomorrow for the punitive damages and attorney's fees and expenses portion. Hearing not concluded. The court was adjourned and they will reconvene tomorrow at 9:30. The jurors are excused until then. All right. Now, this means that what this means, I'm sorry, guys. This means that the jury, they found Tasha K guilty on all charges, and they deliberated and they found that she's going to pay Cardi B $1.25 million. And this is the form that they used. This is what they actually wrote on. This is the official jury verdict form. All right. Now they're going to return tomorrow to discuss additional damages, but this is what they have awarded Cardi B so far. All right. So the first form, it says, we, the jury, make the following findings regarding the defendant's liability for the plaintiff's defamation claim. As to the defendant, Tasha Kibi, liable. As to Kibi Studios, liable. We, the jury, make the following findings regarding the defendant's liability for the plaintiff's invasion of privacy false light claim. Liable. Tasha K, Kibi Studios, liable. Thank you, Sean, for the $5. He says, TK, they lying. I didn't lose this case. I won this case. I'm TK. I don't lose. Ain't lying on me. I'm motherfucking Tasha K. I'm motherfucking Tasha K. They lying on me. Ciao. All right. So page 2. It says, we, the jury, make the following findings regarding the defendant's liability for the plaintiff's intentional infliction of emotional distress claim. Latasha Kibi, liable. Kibi Studios, liable. We, the jury, find the plaintiff that she has proven by a preponderance of the evidence that she is entitled to recover damages. We, the jury, therefore award the plaintiff damages in the following amount: $1 million in general damages, pain and suffering, and reputational injury. $250,000 in medical expenses, for a total of $1,250,000. $1 million in general damages and $250,000 in medical damages. We, the jury, make the following findings regarding joint and several liability. The plaintiff has proven by a preponderance of the evidence that the defendants are jointly and severely liable for the damages awarded, if any. And that's what we will be looking to see tomorrow. They will finish this off tomorrow and find what percentage are both of them liable. Tasha K and her Kibi Studios, which is Shaq, her husband. He is the, what did he say? He was the owner. He was the president. So they will be coming back together tomorrow to decide those percentages. And then the third page is the jury signing off on those verdicts, those charges. All right. So that's what we have. We have, thank you, Aaron. It says 199. He says Tasha K plus 1.5 million equals a happy 2022. Last Steak says, what a way to start off 2022. Jerica says, and there's more to come tomorrow. Exactly. There will be more to come tomorrow. We don't know if there will be any discussion of the perjury. Were you lying then or were you lying now? And that is usually stated to a person when they're on the stand, when their statements that they made in deposition are different from trial. That's why she said, were you lying then or are you lying now? Because back in the deposition, your husband and you stated that, you don't answer emails. So who answers emails? So it's just like you gave different answers back then versus now. So We don't know. She's going to be brought up on perjury charges. We don't know. We don't know any of that. We have to wait and see what happens in court. But they will be back tomorrow. They will be discussing additional damages, additional financial damages. But we are already at $1.25 million. And anyone that says Tasha K will be just fine, her brand will be just fine. Well, I don't know who has $1.25 million laying around and their only job is YouTube. I don't understand why people think YouTubers make so much money. We don't make that much money. Google pays these little AdSense accounts, honey, and they barely want to give you that. All right. They take all the goddamn day to pay you on the 21st. It's giving at least the damn Google AdSense. It don't even show up into your account for hours later. They barely want to pay you your coins. Now, we don't make that much money on YouTube, so I don't understand why people think this woman is a millionaire. Her only job is YouTube. Pangea is not a multi-billion-dollar. They are not a billion-dollar conglomerate. They're not millionaires down there to the Pangea. So her endorsement deals and everything, your promotional deals that she got with Pangea, they are not worth millions of dollars, okay? Ad revenue from Google, as it pertains to the commercials that play on our platforms, do not net us hundreds of thousands of dollars. I don't care how many views you have on your platform. You are not a millionaire on YouTube unless you have millions of subscribers. And even then, you have to be netting millions of views a month, accurately, constantly, consistently. That little 100, 200, 300K views that Tasha K gets does not equal millions of dollars. So I don't know who has $1.25 million laying around, but certainly not a black YouTuber. Thank you, Connie and AL, for the $10. Thank you very much. Now, we've been on this case from the very beginning, and I have said many, many, many times, we already knew that we would be here one day. We knew that when this case was going to be over, that it was going to be found in the favor of Cardi B. So we are not surprised. We've seen the performance of Tasha K's team. We saw that she paid $14.99 and got a $14.99 defense, which is why she's paying $1.25 million. Olga was not prepared. Sadir barely knew anything about the law. They are criminal defense attorneys, have no knowledge of defamation cases, know nothing about intellectual property law, so they had no idea how to defend this case. This is why she's where she is, and she will not learn, because she's going to continue to have this type of behavior on YouTube because she wants to remain arrogant in front of her subscribers. She will not go away quietly. You mark my words, Tasha K is going to get on either a live on her backup channel or Instagram or wherever, Patreon, but she's going to be patronizing us and giving she's unbothered. She's going to put on the poker face and act like she's unbothered when we know she's very much bothered. Who the hell want to put out $1.25 million? No one. All right. So that is just that's only the tip of the iceberg. We will be finding out tomorrow what additional damages will be awarded, what additional punitive damages will be awarded to Cardi B. But it is giving Tasha K is liable on all counts. There has been an award of $1.25 million, $1 million in general damages and suffering, $250,000 in medical expenses. We still don't have the punitive damages, and those will be issued tomorrow. This is just for pain and suffering. A cool million for pain and suffering. A cool $1 million. They wasted no time. This only took an hour to deliberate. So this jury wasted no time giving Cardi B her things. They wasted no time giving her her money. Miss Mama's got $1 million plus in an hour. There was really nothing to defend. There was really nothing. Tasha K didn't have a defense. She had no excuse for what she did. The jury, everything, the proof was in the pudding. The videos spoke for themselves. The plaintiffs proved their case, and they rested. They rested. They rested. Now, for all of those that are asking about the YouTube channel being taken down, the way that would happen, YouTube has nothing to do with this lawsuit, okay? I don't even think YouTube knows about this lawsuit. And if they do, quite frankly, they don't have anything to do with it. So they really don't care. And I know that sounds horrible, but they don't. Even though they have these community guidelines, they don't care. Now, the way a person's channel is removed, there's two ways, okay? Your channel can be striked, all right? It can be striked by a content creator or someone that holds copyright, and you're using their material, and they're going to strike your channel because it's theirs. They can strike you one time, then they can strike you again, then they can strike you a third time, and you will lose your channel. The first time, it's a warning. The second time, you can't go live. There's things that you can't, do on your channel. And then the third time, your channel is terminated, and you have a week to get you basically say your goodbyes, and unless you're able to appeal it and get that overturned. All right. Now, the second way is if you are in a lawsuit or something like this, and this is very serious. Tasha K could indeed lose her platform, because what the attorneys can turn around and do is say that defamation was proven in this lawsuit, and they would issue the paperwork to YouTube, and the channel would be terminated. So that's up to Cardi B at this point. That's up to her. The ball is in her court as to what she wants to do. If she wants to take Tasha K down all the way, she absolutely can. But it is not for YouTube to do. YouTube will not do it. It has to come from Cardi B, because she's the one that is being defamed. She's the one that this happened to. So anytime defamation, even me as a content creator, if I say there's another content creator defaming my character and they are putting out false narratives about me, I can issue that to YouTube, and I can get their channel striked. Okay. Now, to actually have it down from a court order, they would have to issue that. The attorneys would have to issue that. Cardi B would have to send that to YouTube, and then they would work to remove her channel. But it's not going to just happen, because this is what has been the result of the lawsuit, unless it was specifically written in the verdict that the YouTube channel should be terminated. All right, that they want the YouTube channel terminated, then that's what they would issue to YouTube. But what's going to happen, we saw already in the summary judgment that those specific videos will be removed. Now, Tasha K can be sneaky. She can be sneaky. Now, this is where the sneakiness comes in at, all right? This is where the sneakiness comes in. What she can actually do, and this is what I'm on the lookout for, so I want everybody to be on the lookout for, and you heard it here. I'm telling you, I'm giving you the tea. All right. Now, if Tasha K does not abide by the court orders, what she can do, she can actually edit the videos. YouTube has a function where you can edit out content. And I'm not giving out how to do it, because she knows how to do it. Everybody on YouTube that is a content creator knows how to work YouTube. So I'm not giving out information that's not there. But the videos that she's talking about Cardi B, they are significantly subject matter containing Cardi B. So that would be a lot of editing. She can absolutely edit out the content and keep the videos up and keep the 4-point-some million views. She can definitely do that. 4-point-some million views or whatever, not dollar, but million views. But the content doesn't have Cardi B. Now, if they specifically said that the videos have to be deleted, they have to be deleted. If the verbiage says that the videos must come down, that they have to be deleted, then they have to be deleted. They cannot be edited. They can't be edited out. So people ask that question, which is why I'm touching on it. She can edit the content. But if the verbiage in the law, in the legal documents say that the videos must be taken down, they must be removed, then they have to be deleted. And the only way I know that is because I was in that situation with Zeus, and their requirement was that I deleted the video that had their content in it, not edited out, not, put it on private, none of that. It has to be removed. So even with her, if she were to put the videos on private, that would not satisfy the requirements of the lawsuit. It has to be deleted and removed, because what it is that they are trying to do, what they're trying to do is take away the revenue. They want to hit her with, penalties for creating this content. So that's why they would want the videos removed, because they know it would affect her revenue and affect her channel financially. So removing them would do that. Editing them and removing the content would not do that, because the videos would remain up. But if it says it in the documents, it has to be removed. So be on the lookout. Pay attention to if you care that much. I'm not going to be over there checking for it, because, I already know what it's giving. You better take that shit down if you know what's good for you. Okay, you better abide by the court's rules. But, there's always that sneaky person that thinks that they can get around things and they can get over things. And Tasha K is one of those people. She has that type of demeanor. That's how she is. She's going to try to figure out how to remain strong and win in the face of her, her subscribers and her supporters and her winos. She wants them to feel like she is not budging. You don't tell Tasha K what to do. Tasha K does what she does, and it's her platform. All right. She don't give a damn about the judge. Who are you to tell Tasha K what to do? That's the stance of the winos. Okay. So they're going to try to do, whatever they can do, to try to keep those videos up, to keep that revenue. But if that document says that the videos must go, they have to go. No amount of editing is going to change it, because that's a substantial amount of content on Cardi B. So if you did edit it out, what would be left? It wouldn't be really nothing left for people to watch. So you would only be leaving it up because you want to keep the revenue. You would only be leaving it because you don't want it to affect your numbers. Anything that removes from YouTube, it definitely affects numbers. But if they say it got to go, it got to go. All right. So $1.25 million, and we will be back in court tomorrow for the additional punitive damages. But Cardi B got a cool $1 million just for pain and suffering, $250,000 in medical expenses. Okay, now we knew it was headed in this direction because the jury, they came out during deliberation. They had a note for the judge. The first note was the medical documentation that Cardi B provided, was it accurate? Was it legal? Was it a legitimate document? And they were told yes by the judge. They went back and deliberated some more. It came back with a second question. Whose power is it to take the videos down? The judge said it's in your power to have the videos removed from YouTube. So they went back and deliberated, came back, and this is what they came back with. Guilty on all counts. Tasha K is guilty, and Kibi Studios and LaTasha Kibi. So it isn't just Tasha and then she's absorbing all of the responsibility and Kibi Studios absorbs none. That would have been a win for Tasha K. And that's actually what her husband was attempting to do. But when she threw her husband under the bus and said that he's the one that wrote the email and he's the one that did, basically said, we're going to keep the video, be defiant, and responded to, no, ma'am, we're keeping up the videos. She put him under the bus. And so meanwhile, that puts Kibi Studios under the bus. So him trying to separate Kibi Studios from LaTasha Kibi did not work because Tasha threw her own team, husband, business under the bus by saying he was a liar. So they said, oh, okay, Kibi Studios is liable as well. All right. So that's what it's giving. Sheon Atkinson says, but if the court requests that she has to remove the content from her channel, then by law, she has to remove them. But Tasha K is my girl and I'm going to rock with her. I love her. She will be okay. That's fine. Great. She needs all the support that she can get. So that's good that she has people that is supporting her. And you're supporting the fact that she, lied on someone. So you're basically saying that no matter what a person does, whether it's ethical or immoral, you're going to stick with them. And that's really just not support. I'm not from that school of thought that when my friend or the person that I support does wrong, that I don't tell them about themselves. You have to hold people accountable. When you rock with them, holding them accountable is not leaving them. Holding their feet to the fire is not leaving them, because ultimately this is going to help them make better choices and make better decisions so they can stick around and they can have a channel, because at the rate she's going, she's not going to have a channel for you to support. So her supporters, I challenge you to hold Tasha K accountable. This isn't about dragging someone and taking them down. This is about holding you accountable, admitting your wrongs, admitting your mistakes. Tasha K comes up here today or tomorrow and says, you know what? I was just a fucking asshole. You know, I didn't have to do that. You know, it was just all for clicks and views. I got greedy. You know what? I'd be rocking with that. I would say, you know what? There you go. Finally, you've learned. You've taken accountability. But that's not Tasha K. Tasha's going to remain defiant. She's going to remain defiant, and she's going to insist that what she did was correct, accurate, it was right. You know, it's Cardi B. Even with a ruling from the court, it's Cardi B. It's still Cardi. It's all Cardi. You know, come up here and admit that you were wrong, that you dragged someone and you put out lies for clicks and views because you wanted to go viral. It was found out in court. Even the judge said, looking at the character of this woman, she will do anything for views, for money, for clicks, for views, for content. The judge saw through to her. The jury saw through to her. All she would need to do, in my opinion, to rebrand and get herself on the right track is to apologize and admit that she was wrong, that she went too far. Put the pride aside, lay down the pride, and admit you were wrong, but she won't do it. She won't do it because her platform is based off of salacious news. It's based off of lies. It's based off of the tea. She's got to get that tea. That's what her channel's based off of. How much tea can you find? How much dirt can you find on someone before you start making it up? And that's what she does. So I challenge you to check, hold people's feet to the fire, hold them accountable, ask them, are these receipts valid? Because I'm going to tell you, everything we bring over here, these receipts say original. Okay, these are straight from the court. These are original documents. These are original receipts. Okay? I challenge you, whenever someone puts up anything, is this real? Is this accurate? You see this? This is a stamp. This is a court seal. This came directly from the court. January 24th, 2022. Deputy clerk. This is stamped from the court. So anytime anyone puts up anything and they say that it's a receipt, I challenge you to challenge the validity of their receipt. This is the jury's handwriting. This is the actual form that the jury used. So before I came up here and told you what the amounts was, I wanted to check my information first. We did our first video, and when we found, based off of the insiders from the courthouse, we did a video saying that she lost her case, and we proved that, she lost, and based off of all her commentary. But I said I'll be back when I have the official court documents. And then I'll tell you the amounts. I didn't put out an amount. I never said an amount in that video. I said what was in the court documents, what Cardi was asking for. But I never quoted an amount, even though there were people in the chat saying, I saw it on this person's channel, or this person said this. They said it's $1 million. I never quoted an amount because I didn't have the official documents. And I said, as soon as they load them up into Pacer, I will be coming back live and give you the official documents. That's what we do over here. We provide facts. We show receipts. Anything that I show on my channel, I'm going to back it up with a receipt. If I talk about some tea, I'm going to have something to prove my tea. So that's why I get very upset and I get offended when people come over here and they say I'm a liar, and they say that I'm nasty and that I put up fake information and I put up false information about people. It's a lie, because everything that I do, I make sure I have a receipt. My moderator, my girl, Lynn Ezel, honey, she knows that I put out the information accurately. She knows that if I don't got a receipt, we're not going live with it. We had a story the other night that I was researching and going crazy, honey. And she was able to find and fact check, and we didn't put it out because it wasn't accurate. It didn't line up. But it was something I thought I had, and we had to check it first. And once we checked it, and it didn't line up, so I wouldn't put it out. We always check our sources, and we always check our information before we put anything out. So that's all we have. Yeah. It says it's true. When people say that attention, it's a drug, she thought all that crap wouldn't have a consequence. Yeah, they really, she really did. And once the ban is over, she feels she did nothing wrong. Remember last night she was on live taunting Cardi? And you know what? I do I agree with that. Like I said, I was saying that on my previous video that she's gonna be slick with it, and she's gonna still talk about Cardi B. She's gonna talk about her in the space that she's just doing commentary like everyone else. But she has a court order. She has a court order that specifically bars her from speaking on Cardi B and certain topics as it relates to Cardi B. So she has to be very careful, which is why she always teases about a gag order. You got to pay attention to the things people say, and what they do. Just because she tries to put a poker face up and act like it doesn't bother her, listen to that. She's constantly talking about a gag order. Why do you think she's saying that? Because she has the order. It's already been stipulated in the summary judgment what she can say and not say about Cardi B, and what she can do when it comes to Cardi B. So she already knows people associated with her can't even talk about Cardi B in this light. All right. People, her mentees and her employees, they can't, it's anyone connected with Tasha K would not be able to put out content regarding Cardi B. Okay. So that's in the summary judgment. We have that. We did a video on that. And we have the paperwork. We covered that months ago. And I've been working on this from the beginning. I wasn't in on it in 2019, but when I hit the scene on YouTube and I started covering this, we were in it to win it. We were putting out accurate information from the beginning. We were doing our videos based off of the court documents, and we were dragged. Whoa, we were dragged. Were we dragged? We were called liars. We were accused of putting up fake documents. Okay? And I still, to this day, have not gotten an apology. There has not been one wino that has not apologized to me for the way they dragged and harassed me. Okay? I had to shut my comments down a couple times because it was just too much. I mean, it was cyberbullying. It was on the lines of bullying because she went up there and lied because she didn't want to face the truth in front of her subscribers. And like I told them then, it's going to happen. No matter whether it's now or whether it's months from now, it's going to happen. Mark my words. I said, whether or not the summary judgment is honored now, signed now, it will come into fruition. And now we're here. January 24th, 2022. Where are we at? Tasha K was wiping her ass with the lawsuit. She swore on her children. She had winos dragging content creators. She called everyone liars. She had other content creators painting a narrative. This powerful black woman is winning. And it was all a lie. It was all smoke and mirrors. All smoke and mirrors. So, yeah. Yep. And Blue T, the tax person, was in the court. Yes, that's true. They were actually in the court because there have been allegations, but they're really not allegations. It is in their deposition. Sheck, her husband, testified in his deposition that they have not paid taxes in the 3 years that Kiwi Studios has been in operation. They didn't pay taxes. They also have other businesses. We went over that in another video. You got to find those videos and check them out. We've been covering this from the beginning, and I'm going to put together a playlist for those that want to watch this and binge watch over the weekend or all through the week and just get your fix. I'm going to put a playlist together of these videos that take you from the beginning to where we are now, because we've been covering it. We covered the interrogatories. We covered the summary judgment. We covered everything, every form, document, every case. Anytime this case had twists and turns, the Zoom, we have the official leaked audio from the Zoom trial. We have all of that. We have video of Olga in action. We did a reaction video to that. So I'm going to put together a playlist and you guys could go and check that out at your own time. But yeah, that's where we're at. Cardi B, $1.25 million. And we will be back in court tomorrow to find out what the punitive damages will be. And that'll be an additional amount that will be tacked on to the $1.25 million. But everybody says Tasha's going to be all right. Her subscribers and her supporters say that she's going to be just fine. Yeah, okay. I mean, Of course, we're not going to know what's going on in her home. I wouldn't want to know. That's her personal business. But we don't make that much money on YouTube. So this has got to hurt. This has got to sting. Any type of money that you got to pay out, it's got to sting. And then the embarrassment. You're going through this in front of your peers. Everyone on YouTube is reporting on it. You attempted to persuade and you attempted to deflect the public by putting out this Storm, Chelsea, Von Ray situation that only had a little bit of fire, honey. People want to know about this case. They want to know about Cardi B. They don't give a damn about no Von Ray and Storm and all this, honey. Them people leaving you because you lied to them. This all happened because you lied to them. It's giving, is she going to be able to cut these checks? Is she going to be able to deposit our cash apps at the end of the month? We all know you paying by Cash App and Zelle and shit like that. Ain't nobody got no checks around there because you don't even pay taxes. So you probably don't have a payroll. You probably don't have employee insurance, none of that. You down there busy putting in policies to keep your goddamn assistant and PR person from fucking the help. All right, you down there putting in fraternization policies because she's down there fucking the help. You ain't cutting no damn checks. You're not paying taxes. So we already know that they are not on payroll. All right. If she's not paying taxes, ain't nobody down there got no W-2. Honey. So we already know. Oh, yeah. Bobby Lights. That'll be next with the dirty blood. That got brought into court. So there is a lot of things upcoming for Tasha K. That's not the only person. There's someone else that I know that is gearing up for a lawsuit against Tasha K as well. I keep telling you guys, I received information from a celebrity not too long ago. And their assistant actually contacted me and asked for a reference for an attorney that I used, and I put them in connection, and they actually are gearing up for a libel case against Tasha K. But I will not put out their name. I won't put out their tea because they're working on that. They've been working on it, and they're working on it as we speak. So once they go public, then, they stated that they would give me an interview. So we'll be live with them and we'll do an interview with them. But we know we have tea on that, but I won't put it out because I have integrity and they asked me not to. So yeah, the PPP loan. So there's a lot going on. But usually when a can of worms is opened, now we start leaving room for other things to be looked into. Now they're going to start poking around and looking around. So this is why you just never want to connect yourself with a legal case, with anything where you're going to court, anything where auditors and different people are looking into your finances, because it never goes well. Things that you've been hiding, it's going to come out. She's just a YouTuber. She's working on a Google platform. She ain't doing everything legal around there. She's hiring kids. Why do you think she got a person like a Chelsea in their 20s working for her? She don't have no major PR person, major PR firm handling her affairs. She's got a person like a child, Chelsea, 23, 22, whatever, 21, handling her affairs because she doesn't have to pay them as much as she would someone that is older. So, yep. I told you guys we were going to go live with the documents, and that's what we did, and that's what we're going to show. We're always going to show proof over here, all right? We're always going to show you the documents. So we're going to take it out with the $1.2 million, $1 million in general damages, pain and suffering, $250,000 in medical expenses, and the jury will meet tomorrow at 9:30 to go over punitive damages and add those on to these expenses. All right. So that's all we have. You guys take care. I will see you tomorrow. That's all we got, y'all. And you know what? Let me just give you guys a special shout out. Let me go ahead and pat my subscribers on the back and my supporters. You guys hung in there. There are many of you that stood 10 toes down. You battled it out in those comment sections against those winos. I lost a couple people along the way, people that were near and dear to me behind the scenes. I lost them in reference to this because they didn't really stand with me. Like when the shit hit the fan, so to say, and people were dragging me, they didn't stand 10 toes down. So I lost them along the way. Our friendship was affected. All right. But I just thank people that stood with me and they believed in my content and they knew that I wasn't putting up fake information, because we stuck it out. Okay, we hung in there. We knew what we can read. Hashtag we can read. Y'all go ahead and hashtag we can read in the chat, because that's our favorite saying over here. We can read. Hashtag we can read. So thank you guys for being true riders. Y'all are really the squad, the Sweet Pea squad. So thank you so much. And we will continue to keep bringing that heat. We will continue to bring receipts that you can count on. We will continue to remain with integrity over here. You can always trust anything that we put out. We're never going to let you down. All right. So you guys have a great night. Thank you. I love you. I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.